Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Spellbinder doing a report. It now seems that it's been proven that cancer row over GM foods. That study says it did this to rats and can cause organ damage and early death in humans. French teen claimed best-selling brand of GM corn caused tumors and multiple organ damage. Leading scientists have questioned the study and its results, claiming it has no value. Of course, when you're out to execute the human population, called Agenda 21 and eugenics, of course they're going to say that. But there you go. Look at the pictures. Pictures speak volumes, and this is volumes. Look at the size of those tumors. This is what you get when you eat GM corn. Remember, Walmart is now going to start selling GM fresh corn, and they're not going to tell you that it's GMO. They're not going to tell you, and you'll start ending up with this. I'm telling you, the mad scientists are being proven just that. Mad scientists. Rats fed a lifelong diet of one of the best-selling strains of genetically modified corn suffered tumors and multiple organ damage, according to a controversial French study published today. It was a 2-year study at that. It took them 2 years to come out with this. That means people have been eating that stuff for 2 years already. And I always knew it was going to mutate the flora in your intestines also, so you can't even absorb food properly anymore. Scientists said the results raised serious questions about the safety of GM foods and the assurance offered by biotech companies and governments who wish to have you dead anyways. Remember, there's too many people on the planet, even though you can fit every man, woman, and child in the world in Texas comfortably with an acre of land. The first lifetime trials involving rats fed on GM corn found to raise incidents of breast tumors, liver, and kidney damage. That's right. That's eat your poison. Don't take vitamins. Listen to your government. Listen to your doctor. They're there to help you. Sure. Dr. Michael Antonio, a molecular biologist at King's College London and an expert on GM food, said it shows an extraordinary number of tumors developing earlier and more aggressively, particularly in female animals. I am shocked by the extreme negative health impacts. The research was carried out by Caen University in France and been peer-reviewed and independent scientists to guarantee the experiments were properly conducted and the results are valid. Frankenmeat. Next thing. Yeah, they said you're going to start seeing how bad this stuff really is when cows start dropping in the field, because they've been starting to feed cows strictly on GMO corn diets. And we'll just start watching them fall over dead. And that will really start giving you the minute. I think Monsanto should be shut down yesterday. Their playing God has done enough damage to this planet. It is the first to look at the impact of eating GM diet over a lifetime in rats, which is 2 years. To date, safety assessments of GM crops have been based on rat feeding trials lasting 90 days. The corn was genetically modified to withstand spraying with glyphosate, the main chemical in the weed killer Roundup, developed by Monsanto. The idea is that the corn can be sprayed without being damaged while weeds are destroyed. Oh yeah, and the pesticide they made corn, the rootworms have grown resistant to it, and it doesn't bother them anymore, so they should probably stop making that particular GMO corn. The test looked at the impact of several scenarios, including eating GM corn, NK 609 or 603, eating the GM corn sprayed with Roundup, and consuming Roundup at low dosages in water. The results were compared against those for common group-fed clean diet without GM or Roundup. The Grim Reaper crop is what it should be called. The researchers found between 50 to 80% of female rats developed large tumors by the beginning of the 24th month, with up to 3 tumors per animal. Only 30% of the control rats developed tumors. Up to 70% of the females died prematurely, compared to only 20% in the controlled group. Tumors in the rats of both sexes fed to GM corn were 2 to 3 times larger in the control group. Oh, it causes obesity too. The large tumors appear in females after 7 months, compared to 14 months in the control group. The team said the tumors were deleterious to health due to a very large size, making it difficult for the rats to breathe and causing digestive problems. And there you go. And you can read this. I'll have a link to this Daily Mail article. so you too can see what they've been doing. When you see this sign, stay away. Stuff is deadly. They're doing it to wheat now. They had a wheat trial coming out in Australia, and they say it causes liver damage. It's more dangerous than drinking alcohol, eating the wheat made in GMO wheat. So, you know, these Franken scientists need to be arrested, fined, something. Monsanto needs to be shut down, sued out of existence. We need to sue them for billions of dollars, not millions. Billions with a B, more than they make in a year, so we can shut them down. We need to have a class action lawsuit against Monsanto. I mean, look, now they're doing Agent Orange to kill GM weed. Now, the super weeds created by GM farming are so rampant in the U.S. that they can be killed only by flamethrowers and the chemical used during the Vietnam War. And you saw how good that was on the Vietnam vets. It gave them tumors and everything else, so we know that stuff is just deadly. And now they want to make it so they can spray Agent Orange on the crop. This is just insanity. It's the chemical 2,4-D, a constitute of Agent Orange, which was used to clear Vietnamese jungles and also clear out the Vietnamese vets when they got out of the service. Yeah. I knew a guy that had it, and he had to keep going to the doctor to get checked up, and he had spots on his arms from this stuff. I mean, it was just unreal. And he was saying, they kept coming back saying, yeah, the doctor says my tumors are benign, but he still had tumors. I mean, it's just, this is just wrong, people. Wrong, wrong, wrong. We must stop Monsanto yesterday. I can't stress that anymore. They need to be put out of business. They're poisoning us. And they know they are, for a profit. The money junkies won't stop making money. They're hooked on it. I'm telling you, money junkies are hooked on money as drug addicts are hooked on drugs like heroin. And they can't get their fix. They have withdrawal symptoms. I say that they're like gambling. They get this cocaine type buzz when they're making a sell in the stock market and everything. They get the same neurons light up in their head. We got to stop these money junkies, and that's all this is. Oh, yeah, we got to get a hold of Bill Gates. Remember, he's got a large amount of stocks in Monsanto. Oh, that's only because he's a eugenicist himself. His mom and pop were. And I guess what mom and pop taught him good to be a eugenicist. He was at a conference saying how we have to give people vaccines so we can lower the population. If that don't tell you what he's all about, then you're not listening. Until next time, this is Spellbinder saying, we got to stop this stuff. Oh, it wasn't the Daily Mail. It was the Mail Online. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. I'll have a link to this. Until next time, this is Spellbinder saying, be good at it, and don't eat the corn from Walmart. It's GMO. They said they were going to sell it, and they probably are right now. And it will do this to you. And I don't think you want this, eating their corn and GMO-related products. It's just wrong. Good day.